Been a long time since I've done a video. It's Dr. Steve, master of the subconscious mind and doctor who fixes 100% of orthopedic issues not related to cancer, fracture, or infection. And there's a lot of debate and arguments about what's the most important factor to lose weight. Is it the quality of food or is it the calories? And it lies somewhere in between. So when we want to focus on weight loss, we want to track the total amount of calories. But the truth is that the type of calories that we eat do matter. And yes, you can debate the artificial sweeteners are not good for you, the food dyes and all those things, and you can still lose weight on that. But what's really happening on a deeper level when we're going to look at longevity and increasing our NAD levels and sirtuins and such. So one of the things that I always look at is our fat intake. And so when you want to lose weight, actually, fat does kind of turn into fat. So, and you have to understand biochemistry on a deep level to really get this and look at longer term studies, not these short term studies, because if you only look at like 2 or 3 months, you're not going to really notice anything, because you can do any diet that reduces calories with any certain type of macronutrient content and have success, right? Keto diet, carnivore, paleo, I don't care, whatever diet you choose. You can lose weight at it if it's less calories than you've been consuming. But the bottom line is that the real cause of diabetes isn't sugar. Everyone wants to blame sugar, and sugar is, they say, is the enemy, and you have to cut down sugars, and it lowers your blood glucose, which is true, but they're not looking at the bigger picture. And so when we want to look at losing body fat, reducing inflammation, we got to look at the fatty acids and the profiles of the fatty acids that we're eating. So linoleic acid is the biggest enemy. And what eating these seed oils, so grapeseed oil, canola oil, safflower oil, all the stuff that's in the processed foods, including chicken and a lot of natural foods that are fed these grains, because the grains are high in omega-6s, what ends up happening is that your body can't break them down very well, and it throws off this balance. So the linoleic acid ends up becoming a higher amount of ammonia, and it does that through the kidney gut axis. And when we have high amounts of ammonia, it raises adrenaline, norepinephrine. It will cause high blood pressure. It will cause gut damage, dementia. So there's a lot of things that happen because that ammonia, when it's not processed and we don't make enough glutathione in the liver, it ends up becoming becoming an inflamed state. So we want to lower that amount of peroxynitrate. And when we lower that peroxynitrate by eating the right types of fats and helping our body do that, all of a sudden now our gut can absorb glucose. So the damage done to the gut from the peroxynitrate from eating all the processed foods with the linoleic acid and PUFAs, polyunsaturated fatty acids, even omega-3s, can be problematic. And so now the issue is that you cause a gut damage, which doesn't allow your gut to utilize the glucose, and now you're disrupting the Randle cycle, and so our glucose doesn't convert into pyruvate well, and we don't utilize glucose as a fuel, and the brain functions better on glucose than on fats. Your body can break down proteins and such, and it can work on ketones, but that's not efficient, and it ends up causing other issues down the cycle. So when we look at long term, what's really going on? So I don't eat any chicken. I don't eat. So for you guys to solve this problem with dietary weight loss and reducing inflammation and improving longevity, the answer when you're trying to do your macros and figure everything out is a diet that generally consists of 30%, 33, right? If you lower your fats a little bit, then you go 20, and then 40, that could actually accelerate some weight loss, because lower fat diets actually can accelerate some of the fat loss. Fat itself, lower fat does convert into losing fat. So what we want to do is get most of our protein sources, and this gets into not eating chicken, right? So chickens only have one stomach. They're monostomach animals, so they can't convert the seed oils and the seeds that they're being fed into saturated fat, and cattle actually can. So deer actually can. They have four chambers, and so as they eat, it actually converts into saturated fat. So that's the route that we actually would like to go, is to do a diet that's pretty consistent with 30 30 30, or 33 33 33, in that fashion, around those numbers. And then actually you'll have a well balanced diet that's going to reduce the amount of peroxynitrate, reduce the inflammation, and allow you to have a proper blood glucose balance and have success with longevity.